Earlier on, External Affairs Minister S.M. Krishna, who is also in Tehran for the NAM meeting, lost no time in drawing attention to the Apex Court's verdict on Kasab. Listen in. India has in fact now pointed out that India had convicted some of those involved in the Mumbai attacks through the same set of evidence which was provided to Islamabad in a trial which was not a show trial. Indian officials here for the NAM meeting had indicated yesterday that Singh was unlikely to raise with Zardari the inflammatory online content linked to violence in Assam, since there was no evidence yet to back the allegations. Let's cut across to our editor, Strategic Affairs, Gaurav Sawant, tracking developments in Tehran for the NAM summit. Gaurav, what is expected as we speak? We do believe that both counterparts from Pakistan and India to be meeting shortly. What's on the table?
The two heads of state will be meeting in a matter of a couple of hours from the timings, are changing. There's a pull aside which is happening with the Egyptian President Morsi. The Prime Minister is also expected to meet the Syrian Premier here. He's also, meeting the Afghan President Hamid Karzai. So several meetings happening, bilateral meetings happening one after the other. So, timings going haywire a bit. But as far as India and Pakistan are concerned, as far as India is concerned, of India's agenda, Pak-sponsored 611, what has Pakistan done in that? If that is one case that India would be hoping that Pakistan would have something positive, because we've been speaking to our sources in the Ministry of External Affairs, and they say this time they want to hear from Pakistan what action Pakistan is taking. There are delays, why are there delays, and what can be done to avoid that in future. As far as Pakistan is concerned, we've spoken to, Rabani Khan, Pakistan's foreign minister. We've spoken to Pakistan. Say Pakistan wants to renew the invitation to Prime Minister Dr. Manmohan Singh to visit Pakistan. Hoping on Gurparab, which is in November, hoping that the Indian Prime Minister take time out and visit Pakistan, and that would take the relationship perhaps to the next stage. Sources in Government of India saying Prime Minister has already accepted Pakistan, but this situation has to be conducive that Pakistan has demonstrated taken on terror. So his visit to Pakistan would depend on what Pakistan does on terror.
Gaurav, very quickly now, what of course you've been tracking and the kind of reactions that you've been getting with these various meetings planned. All in all, what would be India's takeaway from Tehran?
The takeaway from Tehran, as the Prime Minister said while he addressed the 16th NAM summit, was that this is a global body where more and more people are now joining, and this is the body where world opinion is actually reflected. He's talked about reforms of other international organizations that will be far more representative. We've been speaking to some Iranian diplomats and other leaders and officers, and they say that NAM now appears to be the new United Nations, because it is NAM that is more representative of the world. 55% population is represented by NAM. So more power to NAM, more focus towards development of developing countries. And international organizations like the World Bank, IMF, they need to now focus the way they loans to develop the developing countries more, so that would kickstart the world economy. So that is the Prime Minister's focus, focus on Africa, focus on infrastructure growth in developing countries to put the world forward. The Prime Minister's agenda, top of his agenda once again was international terrorism and to develop a protocol to curb international terror and cyber terror.
All right, Gaurav Sawant there reporting, our editor, Strategic Affairs, getting us the latest from NAM.